There are some people you meet in life that you should have never spoken to. At first, they seem normal, quiet, harmless, maybe even kind. They don't raise suspicion. They don't look dangerous. If anything, they seem like the kind of people you should feel safe around, but everything changes deep the moment you let them in. This is not just a story, it's a warning. The story of 5 secondary school girls, beautiful, brilliant and inseparable, and how one new friendship changed everything. In a lively, mixed secondary school filled with noise, laughter, and the usual chaos of teenage life, there were 4 girls everyone knew: Amara, Kioma, Bisi, and Kemi. They were in SS1, young, full of life, intelligent, and admired by almost everyone in school. But what made them special wasn't just their beauty or intelligence, it was their bond. They were always together. If you saw one, you saw all. They walked to school together, their laughter echoing across the compound. They sat together in class, sharing notes and whispering jokes. They studied together during prep, pushing each other to be better. They even ate together, sharing food like sisters. But beyond all of that, there was something deeper. They prayed together. Every single day, it wasn't something they did to show off. It wasn't for attention. It was personal, real. Kemi, the pastor's daughter, made sure of it. No matter how busy they were, no matter how tired they felt, she would gather them. Let's pray. And they always did. Sometimes behind the library, sometimes under the tree near the classroom block. Heads bowed, eyes closed, voices soft but sincere. And somehow, everything about their lives seemed to align. They excelled academically. They stayed out of trouble. They were respected, even by senior students. Some people admired them, others envied them. But one thing was certain. They were untouchable. Until she came. Her name was Zara. No one knew exactly where she came from. She was introduced quietly during class, and that was it. No long story, no background, just a name. Zara. From the moment she stepped into the classroom, something about her stood out. She was beautiful, unusually beautiful. Not just the kind that turns heads, but the kind that makes people stare a second longer than they should. Her skin was smooth and almost glowing. Her hair, long, dark and straight, fell perfectly over her shoulders. Her eyes, there was something about her eyes, sharp, calm, observant, almost like she was seeing more than everyone else. But what truly made her different was her silence. She didn't try to make friends. She didn't laugh with others. She didn't join conversations. She stayed alone, always. During break, she sat by herself. After school, she walked alone. It was as if she didn't need anyone. And for a while, no one tried to approach her. Until one day, Kioma noticed her. It was after school. The compound was slowly emptying, students heading home in groups. But Zara, she was walking alone, quietly, unbothered. Kioma watched her for a moment. Something about the way she carried herself. It didn't feel like loneliness. It felt like choice, and for reasons she couldn't explain, Kioma walked toward her. "Hi," she said. Zara stopped, turned, and looked at her. There was a brief silence, just a few seconds, but it felt longer. "I'm Kioma," she added with a smile. Another pause, then finally, "Zara." That was it. But somehow, that moment changed everything. Through Kioma, Zara was introduced to the group. At first, the others were unsure. She was too quiet, too different. But that didn't last long, because Zara was intelligent, very intelligent. In class, she answered questions effortlessly. During study time, she understood things faster than most. Slowly, she became part of them, and just like that, the 4 became 5. At first, everything felt normal, even better, in fact. With Zara, their group became even more noticeable. 5 beautiful, confident, intelligent girls moving together like a unit. Students talked about them, some admired them. Others became jealous. Even SS3 students noticed. But the girls didn't care. They didn't need anyone else. They had each other. Or so they thought. Now then, Zara started spending. At first, it was small things, snacks, drinks, little treats. "Don't worry, I'll pay," she would say casually. The others didn't think much of it, but it didn't stop. It increased. Soon she was buying almost everything. Food, stationery, even things no one asked for. And the others? They enjoyed it. "Zara, you're too much," Bissy would laugh. "Let's go to the canteen," Kioma would say excitedly. Amara didn't complain either, but Kemi watched, quietly. "This isn't right," she said one day. Zara looked at her, a faint smile on her lips. "I just like taking care of my friends." Kemi shook her head slightly. "There should be balance." But the others dismissed it. "Leave her jaw," Amara said. "She's just being nice." And just like that, Kemi's concern was ignored. And something else started changing. Something subtle, something dangerous. Before Zara came, they prayed every day. But now, "I'm tired. Let's skip today. We'll pray tomorrow." Excuses, one after the other. And Zara, she never stopped them. She never encouraged them. She simply watched, quietly. And somehow, their prayer life began to fade, slowly, gradually, until it almost disappeared. Then one afternoon, everything took a darker turn. They were sitting under their usual tree during break, laughing and talking. When suddenly Zara spoke. "I can read palms." They paused. "What do you mean?" Bissy asked. Zara looked at them calmly. "I can tell things about your life, your future." Chioma laughed. "Like those roadside people?" Zara didn't laugh. "I can tell when someone will die." Silence fell. The air changed. It was no longer playful. But curiosity is a dangerous thing. "Okay, read mine," Bissy said, stretching out her hand. Zara took it gently, studied it, then said calmly, "SS2. Bissy pulled her hand back instantly. "God forbid," she shouted, forcing a laugh. "Next," Zara said. Kioma hesitated, then stretched hers. Zara looked at it. "SS3. "Reject it," Kioma laughed nervously. Amara went next. Zara examined her palm. "After secondary school." They all reacted. "No way! That's not possible." They dismissed it, laughed it off. But when Zara turned to Kemi didn't move. "I'm not interested." Zara smiled, a strange smile. Wise choice. School closed for the holidays. Everyone went home. Life went on. Until suddenly, the news came. Bissy was dead. No sickness, no warning, no explanation. Just gone. The school was thrown into shock. Students whispered. Teachers were confused. And the girls? They were broken. They cried. They mourned. They couldn't understand it. But Kemi remembered. SS2. Before they could recover, it happened again. Kioma fell sick, and within days, she died, just like that. Now fear took over. 2 deaths, same group, same predictions. Now it was no longer coincidence. It was something else, something dark. Kemi knew, and this time, she didn't stay silent. She told her parents everything, and they began to pray, fasting, seeking answers, and then it happened. Kemi had a dream, and in that dream, she saw Zara. But this time, Zara was not human. Her body shimmered unnaturally. Her lower half was that of a mermaid, dark, glowing, terrifying. Her eyes burned with an unnatural light, and her voice echoed. "The underworld never liked you." Kemi stood frozen. "Your prayers, your unity, your light." It disturbed us. Tears filled Kemi's eyes. "So we came." "To break it." Zara moved closer. We didn't create their deaths. We only changed the time. Through your palm, we rewrote destiny. And one by one, we took them. Kemi woke up in fear, shaking, breathing heavily. And she knew this was real. She told her parents everything, immediately. They went to the school, but when they reported Zara, there was no record, no file, no name, no picture, nothing. It was as if she never existed. Kemi and Amara were taken for deliverance, intense prayers, breaking every connection, every unseen link, and not just them, any student who had collected gifts, who ate her food, who interacted deeply with her, was prayed for, because nobody knew how far her influence had spread. After that, school was never the same. Fear turned into caution. Prayer returned, stronger, deeper, real. Kemi became stronger in her faith. Amara survived, but she was never the same, because they had seen something most people don't believe exists. Sometimes, not every friend is sent to help you. Some are sent to destroy what protects you. Be careful who you allow into your circle. Be careful what you open your spirit to. And never lose your connection to God, because the moment you do, something else might take its place. Well, some people don't come to stay. Some come to test you. Some come to weaken you. And some come because you open the door. Be careful whose hand you allow to read your palm, because not every future should be revealed. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Tales by Ebony Black, where hidden truths are revealed and every story leaves a mark. Until the next story, stay wise, stay covered.
Oh, the lines upon your hand. Let no stranger read the map upon your skin. For the future's not a river they can hold. Keep the truth of your own story deep within. It's a fate that you alone should unfold.